Today we will talk about pie charts. This is a way to visualize categorical data. A pie chart is a circular graphic divided into slices where each represents the percentage of each category in the distribution, making it an effective tool for visualizing the proportion of different parts in relation to the whole. What are the advantages of pie chart? First, it emphasizes each category's weight in relation to the whole. Second, it provides a quick overview of group partitioning. And third, it is visually simple and requires little explanation. However, there are also limitations of the pie chart. First is, it does not reveal patterns or trends. Unlike our bar graph, makikita natin kaagad kung meron bang pattern na sinusunod. Pero dito sa pie chart, hindi natin yon makikita. Second, it can be manipulated to present false information. And number three, it is used for variables with at most 6 categories. Kasi kung more than 6 na, masyado nang crowded, masyado nang maliliit yung slices. Hindi na din natin makikita kung ano yung nire-represent ng pie chart natin. Let's take a look at this example. A sample of 30 people were asked about their blood type and the data is shown below. Construct a pie chart to display the proportion of each blood type. So how do we do this? We need to open our Jamovi, then set up our data by going to the Data tab, then Set Up. In Data Variable, ilagay natin yung pangalan ng variable natin. So here, pinangalanan ko siyang blood type. Then indicate the measure type na nominal siya and the data type na text. Since we are done, pwede na nating i-click yung arrow na may below. Here it is. Now we are ready to enter our data. After entering your data, pwede na nating construct yung ating pie chart by going to Analysis, then JJ-StatsPlot. Make sure na na-install ninyo itong module na ito. Then go to pie charts under categorical versus categorical. Dadalhin niya kayo dito sa window na ito, wherein yung blood type, i-move natin sa dependent variable box, just like so. And automatically, lalabas na yung ating pie chart. You may need to scroll down para makita nyo yung ating pie chart. Then in plot appearances, under pie chart labels, pwede nating ilagay yung slice label type, pwedeng count lang, percentage, or both, and pwede din nating i-indicate kung ilang decimal places yung gusto natin. After that, you are now ready to copy your pie chart. Don't forget to put a label and description for your pie chart. So here, I label it Figure 1 with description pie chart of blood types. But it is not enough that you know how to make a pie chart. You also need to know how to describe it. There are 3 things that you need to describe a pie chart. You need the context, the peak, and the distribution. In the context, you state what whole proportion or topic is being divided. For example, the pie chart represents the preferred social media platforms of grade 9 students. For the peak, you highlight the most dominant category which is represented by the largest slice. For example, the most dominant category is TikTok. And finally, for the distribution, you describe how the pie is divided, showing whether one slice takes up most of the circle or if the slices are relatively equal. For example, the data is heavily clustered around TikTok, while the remaining choices take up significantly smaller and relatively equal slices. Here is now the description of our pie chart using the blood type data. The pie chart represents the blood type distribution of 30 individual subjects. That is the context. The most dominant category is blood type O as shown by the largest slice of the pie. That is the peak. The data is heavily clustered around blood type O, while blood types A and B take up equal slices, and blood type AB has the smallest slice. That is a distribution. Let's go now to the next example. The same sample of 30 people who were asked about their blood types were also asked to identify their sports preference: football, soccer, baseball, and auto racing. Construct a pie chart to display the proportion of each sports preference. This is now the pie chart of the sports preference. The pie chart represents the sports preference distribution of 30 individual subjects. The most dominant category is football as shown by the largest slice of the pie. The data is heavily clustered around football and soccer, while baseball has a moderate slice and auto racing has the smallest. Congratulations on finishing our lesson for today. But of course, learning does not stop here. You are now ready to practice what you have learned in this lesson.